Every dream glitch explained. YouTube, like and subscribe. Please.
Screaming with no voice. You're trapped in a nightmare. Something's chasing you. You inhale and scream, except nothing comes out. Not a whisper. This happens because during REM sleep, your brain switches on rematonia, a paralysis that stops your real muscles from acting out your dreams. That includes your vocal cords. Your dream voice is just your brain simulating.
I don't think I've ever had this type of dream, bro.
Actually moving your real vocal cords. The result? Silence that somehow makes the fear worse, because your mind translates it as you are in danger and no one can hear you. Punching or running in slow motion.
Punching or running it? Oh, I've had the one when I ran in slow motion where something's chasing me. Something is chasing me in my dream, bro, and I'm running. I can't run properly. I'm running in slow motion. I've had this 100%, bro, and I get every time or wake up.
You square up to throw a punch, or you try to run from danger, but it's like moving through syrup. Every
exactly
movement is painfully slow. The reason? Your motor cortex is firing like normal, but your muscles are paralyzed. Without real sensory feedback, your brain struggles to simulate speed. It's like playing a video game with extreme lag. Your commands register, but the action drags. Your dream enemies, of course, never seem to have this problem.
Exactly,
being
bro.
Naked in public.
For like 2 weeks, I had dreams where I or somebody I was close to died, and it freaked me out because a lot of people I knew were getting hurt or sick. Now that's terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. I probably had like 1 dream or 2 dreams maybe that like somebody that I knew like passed away or in my dream or something like that. That doesn't really happen to me. CJ Piffer, appreciate the follow. Suddenly being naked in public. I never had this before.
You're giving a speech, shaking hands, smiling, then you glance down. You're naked, in front of everyone. This isn't random embarrassment. Psychologists believe it's your brain's shortcut for showing vulnerability. It's the ultimate unprepared scenario, dialed to maximum humiliation.
My nephew went to the hospital bra. I was shitting dicks, crying face emoji, but thankfully he recovered and he's good now. Mending heart emoji.
Just swaps the anxiety.
Thank God he good now.
Most universally awkward metaphor it knows. By the way, did you know some people dream entirely in black and white? And here's the weird part. It's more common in people who grew up watching black and white TV. And
I never knew
still
that.
Aren't sure why. Falling forever.
I've had this one before where maybe not falling forever, but like you fall, like you're just falling, and then as soon as you hit the concrete or whatever you fall on, bro, you wake up and see that. I had that before. Not like forever though.
The ground vanishes under you. Your stomach lurches. You keep falling, down and down and down, but never hit anything. This can happen when your inner ear, which controls balance, sends your dreaming brain fake motion signals. Your brain builds an entire falling sequence around them. Sometimes it's triggered by a hypnic jerk, that sudden twitch you get as you're drifting to sleep. Your mind senses the movement, thinks you're falling, and runs with the story, being chased, but can't run. The footstep...
I don't think I've had this type of dream. I've been able to run every single time, but just not fast enough. It's weird how we can dream. For what purpose are we dreaming? For why do we dream, bro? Like, really, why do we dream? Like, for real. Like, I don't know. Like, it really is weird how you can just see people or see things and see the most random things that, like, in your dream. Like, you can literally see anything in your dream. Go through anything. And some people's dreams are strong enough to the point where it's like they can, like, they have their dream, and a few days or weeks later, they're living like what they had in their dream. That's never really happened to me, actually. But that's, yeah.
Are getting closer. You push forward with all your strength, but your legs barely move. Evolution might be to blame. Dreams often simulate threat rehearsal, practice runs for survival situations. But in REM sleep, your muscles are frozen, so your brain's running simulation ends up warped. The chase often ends before you're caught. Not because you escaped, but because your brain decides rehearsal time is over. Dream loop, false awakenings.
This type of dreaming is so scary, bro. Oh my God. I remember one time I had a dream where I was literally looking at a TV, right? Or something like that in my dream. And then I woke up. And then I thought I was up, bro. But then I really woke up. And I was like, yo, I just had like a double dream, like a loop, bro. That shit is so weird. It's so weird, bro.
You open your eyes. You get out of bed. You check your phone. And then, bam, you wake up again. False awakenings happen when your brain starts the process of waking but doesn't fully exit REM sleep. You get stuck in a weird in-between, bouncing back
so
into
scary.
another dream. Some people loop multiple times, each wake-up feeling just as real as the last, until they start wondering if they've ever actually woken up. Sudden scene jumps. You're at the office, you blink, and now you're on the moon. Blink again and you're back in your childhood home. No explanation. Dreams don't need...
Those dreams, those be the most bullshit dreams. These dreams right here be bullshit too. Which one do we call it? Sudden scene jumps? Yeah, this is how most of my dreams are. Shit is just changing left and right.
Physical transitions. Your brain cares about emotional continuity, not spatial logic. It simply swaps out backgrounds while keeping the mood consistent, like changing a stage set mid-performance. You usually don't realize how bizarre it is until after you wake up. Dreams within dreams. You wake up, relieve the nightmare's over, only to realize you're still dreaming. This happens when your brain layers dream logic over itself, especially in lighter stages of sleep where REM and wakefulness overlap.
I'll tell you after I finish this video.
Your mind can simulate the feeling of waking up without actually exiting the dream. It's like Inception, but instead of corporate espionage, you're usually just confused, tired, and wondering why your alarm hasn't gone off yet. Speaking languages you don't know. In the dream,
speaking languages you don't know? Nah, Spanish, that never happened to me.
Valyrian, a language that only exists in Game of Thrones. But your brain isn't magically downloading grammar. It's improvising. Any scraps of real words you've ever heard, movie lines, signs, random phrases, get stitched together into something that feels authentic. It's the same trick that makes dream text change every time you look back at it. Your brain is generating it in real time. Lucid dreams.
Now these are super cool. I had like probably like 2 or 3 lucid dreams. Those are pretty cool, but like they only last like a few minutes, maybe like 2 or 3 minutes. That's about it. Me and Waki became the Avengers and saved the stream because some trolls were here. They almost got Kobe. I'm gonna tell you after what happened, bro. No, that's not how you spell juice. Oh my god.
You're spending the perfect vacation, sitting on the boat of your dreams, sipping an ice-cold cocktail that somehow tastes like pure happiness, when suddenly, wait a second, this isn't real. You're dreaming. At first you're a little upset, but then it hits you. If this is a dream, you can do whatever you want, and that's exactly what lucid dreaming is. When the prefrontal cortex, the decision-making part of your brain, wakes up just enough during REM sleep for you to realize you're inside your own simulation. Now you can rewrite the script. Fly, breathe underwater, teleport to another planet, or summon a dinosaur just because you can. The only danger? Getting too excited. That rush of awareness can wake you up instantly. The secret is to stay calm, keep playing along, and hold on to the dream world for as long as possible. Teeth falling out.
Never had this.
Smiling,
never.
Laughing,
Story
and then
time on Kobe's first time sucking.
Settling because it taps into 2 primal fears: physical vulnerability and loss of control. Psychologists
nah, you good.
Anxiety, self-image concerns, or feeling powerless in real life. On a sensory level, your brain might even borrow the memory of a real loose tooth from childhood and replay it, turning it into a horror scene you can feel.
Losing your teeth in your dream, bro, that's
so strange, it actually inspired a real-life hit song. We'll get to that in a minute, but first, can't speak clearly. You try to
I've had this before, bro.
But your words come out as garbled nonsense, like your mouth is full of marbles. This happens for the same reason as screaming with no voice,
reacting to different types of dreams.
Your actual speech muscles are paralyzed, so your brain's speech simulation runs without real movement feedback. The result is a scrambled mix of words that you understand perfectly in the dream, but that makes 0 sense if you try to say them out loud. Seeing people with warped faces. You're talking, and halfway through, their features melt into something alien. Eyes too far apart, Mouth stretched
Kobe
impossibly
reacting
wide.
to Kobe laying
This
pipe on
comes from how your
Blajiji
brain
X
processes
Musad
faces.
Why is
It uses a
Dembele
mental
there?
average of the human face to recognize people. In dreams, that template can glitch, pulling in mismatched features from random memories. It's deeply unsettling because your brain knows the face is wrong, but it can't fix it fast enough to make it normal again. Melting or changing environments. You're walking through a city and the buildings start drooping like candle wax, or the walls fade, replaced by a beach. Dreams don't store worlds as fixed maps. They generate them in real time. If your brain decides to shift the mood or location, it can melt or morph the scenery instantly. It's like a theater crew swapping sets mid-scene, except the crew is your subconscious, and it has no respect for realism. Impossible object interaction. You pick up a book, but the pages turn into water. You grab your phone, and it folds like paper. In dreams, the rules of physics are suggestions at best. Objects are just placeholders for concepts. If the object's meaning shifts, so does its form. Your brain isn't trying to trick you. It's just not programmed to render perfect 3D reality while you sleep. Random people from different life phases. You're hanging out with your childhood best.
Yo, this one is pretty common too, bro. I would see people. Yo, what's going on? I would see people that like I haven't seen in years, like in my dreams, or like people that like I knew for like a small period of time, like in my dreams, pop up out of nowhere. Like I'm talking about years. Like when I was like, oh, random people, bro. It's like, bro, I haven't seen this dude in probably like 10 years, bro. Why am I seeing you in my dream? I don't know. I feel like I see, what's it called? Like random people that I haven't seen in years more than like the people that I actually see on a consistent basis, bro. It's so weird.
Friend, your old math teacher, and Donald Trump at the same time. Dreams pull characters from all eras of your memory without caring about the timeline. If someone fits the emotional vibe your brain is building, they get cast in the scene, even if it makes zero logical sense. That's why you can have a conversation between people who never met in real life, and it feels completely normal. Reused dream locations. You walk into a place you know you've been before, but only in a dream. The brain can save dream maps.
Yo, this one, what's it called? I didn't know King Nasir streamed. Wow. Never seen that comment before.
I seen Kobe in my dream a couple years ago and I was confused as but then I remember his role in a Tubi movie and it all made sense. Smiley face emoji. Crazy how I'm a viewer of his streams now.
Never in my life have I been in a Tubi movie, bro. But bro, I've had this before, like dream, like I guess you can call it, like I call it like dream deja vu. Like there's been times where I've had dreams, but I've like been there before, but I just don't really remember it. But it just all feels like familiar though. It's so weird, bro. So weird. This is pretty common in my dreams too, bro. Like, it's weird.
It's just like video game levels, reusing them months or years later. They might be stitched together from real places you've seen, plus a few made-up details.
Do be
but
crazy
in the
as
dream,
fuck.
they're
I just
instantly
seen
familiar,
Kobe at a gas
like your
station in one of
subconscious
the
has been
movies.
keeping them in
Crying
storage.
face emoji.
Time warp.
Eyes emoji.
You spend
Smiley
weeks on a
face
journey, like your
emoji.
subconscious has been
To be crazy as fuck. I just seen Kobe at a gas station in one of the movies. What was I doing at the gas station, bro?
keeping them in storage. Time warp. You spend weeks on a journey, living days, months, even years. Then you wake up and realize you've been asleep for 20 minutes. Dreams have no consistent time.
Whoa, people have these type of dreams where they're in their dreams for years on end? Nah, come on.
Time warp. You spend weeks on a journey, living days, months, even years. Then you wake up and realize you've been asleep for 20 minutes. Dreams have no consistent timeline. They can skip over boring parts like a movie montage or stretch a single moment for what feels like forever. This happens because your brain isn't keeping real-world time. It's building a sequence of events that feels like a story, even if the clock makes no sense. Seeing yourself in third...
What, bro? Is this all gonna be in the video? What you mean? You were selling honey flavored... If you were selling honey flavored honey packs. The TTS? Yeah, the TTS is gonna probably be in the video, yeah. You were selling honey flavored honey packs? Why did you repeat yourself? I've never had a third person dream though.
Third-person perspective.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
You're
That
in the
must be
dream,
scary though.
but you're also watching yourself from outside your own body. This perspective shift comes from your brain blending first-person memory, your experiences, with third-person imagery, like scenes from movies. It's your mind experimenting with narrative style, switching from actor to audience, without warning. Dream rewrites mid-story. You're in the middle of a dream plot, then the whole thing changes. The villain becomes your friend. The setting flips from desert to snowstorm. This happens because your brain constantly edits dream content on the fly, responding to your emotions, memories, or random neuron firings. It's like a writer tearing out pages mid-script and replacing them. Only here, you don't even notice how absurd the rewrite is until you wake up. Hearing music that doesn't exist. You're at a concert or the radio's playing, and you're hearing the most beautiful song you've ever heard, except it doesn't exist. Your brain is composing music in real time using fragments of melodies.
Never had this type of dream. Hearing music that doesn't exist? I've never had that. Because the honey packs tasted like honey. Imagine seeing yourself getting killed. That'd be scary. To watch yourself get offs in third person.
You've heard before, stitched together into something entirely new. The weird part? Many people wake up unable to remember it, like the song was erased the moment they
You had a dream listening to the new Protect. Yo, that's an amazing dream. I'm jealous of you, bro.
left
Damn.
the dream.
Here's the secret to getting better ChatGPT results. Ventrilo is a Chrome extension that helps.
Fun fact, this isn't just dream trivia. Some of the world's most famous songs were born this way. So next time you dream a masterpiece, maybe sleep with a recorder by your bed. Objects or people shapeshifting. You're talking to your friend, and mid-sentence, they become your cousin or your pet. Dream characters aren't fixed. They're bundles of emotions and associations. If the role changes, your brain swaps the actor instantly, even if you're looking right at them. It's like casting changes in a play that happened mid-scene without anyone acknowledging it. Feeling physical pain in a dream. You stub your toe, get stabbed, or feel the burn of fire, and it actually hurts. Pain in dreams is rare, but when it happens, it's usually because your brain is borrowing a real-world sensation, like an ache in your body or pressure from your blanket, and plugging it into the dream's
I
narrative.
never had it.
The
Wait.
sensation might be exaggerated or twisted to fit the story, making it
Feeling physical pain in a dream. Have I had this? No, I did, bro. I remember there was one time where I was falling in the dream, bro, and I genuinely felt like I was falling, like I was like sinking into my bed. I had that happen to me before, like where I felt like I was falling. Like I felt it, bro. In my freshman year of high school, we read a book about how the Holocaust, and I had dreams of baby being killed. It was terrible. That was the worst week I've been through. I was extremely sick. That's scary as hell.
feel far worse than the real source.
For real, what the
Breathing
hell?
Underwater. You dive into the ocean and realize you can breathe just fine.
I don't think I've had this
happens
type of
when
dream.
your dream ignores real-world biology and runs on imagination rules instead. Because you're not actually holding your breath in real life, your body isn't sending any panic signals, so your brain assumes breathing underwater is perfectly normal. And here's something that still blows my mind. Some people can smell in their dreams, and the scent is just as strong as in real life.
Smell in your
happened to you?
dreams? Never.
Perfectly clear vision without glasses. And now for the question most people with glasses get asked at some point. Do you see clearly in your dreams without your glasses? And as someone who wears glasses, let me
Yes.
answer that. Yes, we do. We don't need them in dreams. That's because dream vision doesn't come from your eyes. It comes from your brain. More specifically, from your brain's mental model of the world. And that model, it has no blur. What you're seeing isn't actual sight. It's pure memory rendering. Every one of these dream glitches is just your brain running wild, mixing memories, emotions, and pure imagination into a private reality that vanishes the moment you wake up. But the truth is, we still don't know why we dream at all. So, what's your wildest dream? I've had plenty, but once I dreamed I was an Avenger. No clue what my superpower was, but it was awesome.
W video. What's the bottom right one? Huh?